Number 2, Zion Starr, escorted by his father, Earl Starr. Number 2, Braden Johnson, escorted by his parents, Brandon and Nicole Johnson. Number 4, Kamani Smith, escorted by his mother, Renita Beeman. Number 5, Tyson Davis, escorted by his parents, Darrell and Stacy Davis. Number 6, Colin Ogletree, and number 13, Coben Ogletree, escorted by their mother, Xana Ogletree. Number 9, Jaden Brogdon, escorted by his parents, Quentin and April Brogdon. Number 10, Yassine Salam, escorted by his mother, Doe Bashir. Number 15, Jaden Cook, escorted by his parents, Kelvin and Andrea Cook. Number 17, Kofi Adubafor, escorted by his parents, Kwame and Mercy Jamafai. Number 18, Inderpreet Mashal, escorted by his position coach, Coach Fitzgerald. Number 19, Ryan Nicely, escorted by his parents, Rich and Jen Nicely. Number 25, Benji Corniss, escorted by his parents, Ben and Lori Corniss. Number 26, Liam Feeney, escorted by his parents, Terry and Jennifer Feeney. Number 47, Miles Bivens, escorted by his parents, Kevin and Robin Bivens. Number 51, Clayton Crum, escorted by his father, Brian Crum. Number 54, Brandon Stanley, escorted by his parents, Bruce and Rashina McManus and Brandon and Constance Stanley. Number 57, Sean Simmons, escorted by his parents, David and Shelley Simmons. Number 64, Lamarian Jordan, escorted by his parents, Marcus and Shanetta Jordan. Number 65, Caleb Bunk, escorted by his parents, Jason and Aaron Bunk. Number 70, John Togby, escorted by his mother, Agugan Amuzu. Number 92, Joel Alfaro, escorted by his parents, Joel Alfaro Sr. and Delmas Mensias. And number 94, Tyree Shipman, escorted by his parents, Terrence and Erican Shipman. Ladies and gentlemen, as we dismiss the football seniors and their parents, please give them a big round of applause. Next, we want to begin with cheer. Bianca Brower, escorted by her parents, Jeremy Bauer and Leslie Bauer. Delaney Sayer, escorted by her mother, Teresa, and sister Olivia. Emily Dramus, escorted by her parents, Jenny and Eric Dramus. Caitlin Bowman, escorted by her parents, Christina and Daniel Bowman. Cameron Malfatti, escorted by her parents, Brad and Shirley Malfatti. Josie Hale, escorted by her parents, Lisa and Dave Hale. And Riley Hall, escorted by her parents, Colleen and Andrew Hall. Next, we'd like to introduce the cross-country athletes, beginning with Diego Abonia, escorted by his parents, Pablo Abonia and Samantha Wood. Elise Caldwell Downing, escorted by her mother, Kimberly Caldwell, and brother Evan. Carson Cox, escorted by his parents, Aaron and Brian Cox and family. Evelyn Fellows, escorted by her parents, Amy and Stephen Fellows. Sophie Hard, escorted by her parents, Melissa and James Hard and family. Mihir Gard, escorted by his parents, Pratima and Aman Garg and sister Shika. Sarah Moeller, escorted by her parents, Cheryl and Don Moeller. Emilio Negroi, escorted by his parents, Barbara and Sergio Negroi. Anthony Nemo, escorted by his parents, Veronica and Anthony Nemo and brother Emmanuel. William O'Connor, escorted by his parents, Megan and Marty O'Connor. Ellie Price, escorted by her parents, Amy and Doug Price, and brother Luke. Jordan Rutherford, escorted by his parents, Laura and Tim Rutherford. Jamin Shaw, escorted by his parents, Desiree and Jarvis Shaw and brother Jace. Ava Shepard, escorted by her parents, Jennifer and David Shepard, and brother Will. Parker Tan, escorted by his father, Hung Swoon Tan. And Braddock Wright, escorted by his parents, Harvey and Tiana, and family.
He was coming. I said, George might as well walk on the field with him.
Somebody calling my name.
Thank you, seniors, for all your hard work, dedication, and leadership at Lakota West. Good luck in all your future endeavors. Parents, thank you for all your support. And again, let's give our seniors a well-deserved round of applause.
They almost beat. They should have beat.
I know. We were watching them fly.
They blew it.
Yeah.
As you saw, it is senior night here from Firebird Field as the Birds look to come onto the field for the first time tonight. You saw it was a big night for these cheerleaders and players, and you even got to see the cross country come on for senior night. 5-3 Firebirds looking to take on the 4-4 Oak Hill Highlanders. This is going to be a huge game for both teams. Of course, I'm Nico Stonework. Alongside me is Andrew Odell for the last time here at home for the regular season. Andrew, with how good of a run Oak Hills has been on the last few games, you know, that close loss to Princeton, that's a tough game. And then with how good of the team West is starting to shape out to be, what are kind of like the key elements of this game that's going to lead, hopefully, West to a win in the win column?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to look at and a lot to look forward to in this game. And honestly, really one of the main things I'm looking at here is if can West take advantage of Oak Hill's secondary. Oak Hills is 9th in the GMC in passing yards allowed per game. So, you know, they get a lot of their defense from that rushing defense, which is first in the GMC. So I think if you're West, you have to get the ball in the air early and let Jackson Smith do his thing. And then as well as letting him do his thing, you've got to be able to protect him. Oak Hills has one of the best pass rushes in the GMC. They're going to be getting to him all game. And so it's up to the offensive line to see if they can hold and make sure that Smith can get the ball to his receivers. And then, obviously, Oak Hills has one of the best quarterbacks in the GMC, Lincoln Schreiber. You got to make him uncomfortable because this is one of the best passing offenses in the GMC. There's talent everywhere. You've got Cordell Ball, you've got Aaron McFarland, a bunch of different receivers for this Oak Hills squad that can do a lot of different things. So it's going to be interesting to see tonight. I think these teams are really similar in that they both pass the ball a lot, so we'll see.
You mentioned how good that passing attack with Lincoln Schreiber, Aaron McFarland, and Cordell Ball is, but then you look on the other side, and West may be one of the top passing defenses in not just the GMC, but the state of Ohio. You have guys, Zion Starr, Colin Ogletree, he's made such a huge amount of big plays this year. And then, of course, who else but Chris Bradley. He has also been incredible, leading the GMC in interceptions right now. I think what I want to see offensively from the Birds is to get Tyson Davis involved. Of course, he's coming back for the first time since that big leg injury he had a few weeks back. This is going to be a big part of his game. I want to see, you mentioned Jackson Smith, you know, you got to protect him with how good this Oak Hills defense is, and we're about to see it right now as the Firebirds will look to receive. I want to see a lot of quick throws, and I want to see Tyson Davis do it. That's something he has excelled in, the quick, you know, slants and curls, and then Smith can just let him do the rest. But we'll see. It'll be a start return from Bradley. He loves to return this football. He's got room to run. Blockers in front to the 30, the 40, cutting up field. He's got room. Still going. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Oh, my goodness. Is this how we're going to start the football game? Chris Bradley, the second of the year. Oh, my goodness. 17 seconds is all it took.
Are you kidding me? What a touchdown to start this game. Perfect blocking, a perfect return, and Lakota West on the board first.
Forget short passes if we can do that every play. My goodness.
Wow.
It took 17. Oh, no, and it's going back. An illegal block in the back. I think that's one other thing I had written down, Andrew, is you got to stay disciplined. Not only just in the penalties, but Oak Hills had several trick plays against Princeton that kept them in that game. But these penalties are going to kill them if they can't keep that in check. 5 out of their 8 games so far this season, they've had 80-plus penalty yards. That has to change.
Yeah, that's a tough way to start the game. You thought you had a big play to open up, and then you get the penalty, bringing them back, and we'll see how this offense can move now.
So go back to that original strategy of short chunk plays and trying to get the run game established. Watch for Tyson Davis to get involved early. If they can get his impact in, it could be a long night for these Highlanders. Smith will start off in shotgun. Norman to his right. They'll have Radica as the extra blocker. Check out Davis on that far side of your screen. He is in one-on-one coverage. That's going to be a big matchup. And they'll start to him. He's back, and that's exactly what you want to see. Davis down the sideline, cutting up in field. He looks good, and they called him out of bounds, but still a huge play.
what a way to get started back on the football field right there from Tyson Davis. A quick catch, and then the ability to break the tackle and cut upfield. And now Lakota West has good field position all ready to start.
That's a good start. That's exactly what you want to see. You know, Davis, of course, came off the injury. You know, you keep seeing him on the sideline supporting his teammates, but just kind of looking demoralized, not being able to be in there helping them, you know, physically. So it's good to see him getting back involved in the offense.
And that passing attack, like we said, is going to be feeding here tonight for Lakota West.
Smith will set up a screen play to Norman. Norman running an open field, and he'll fight forward close to that first down marker.
And how about Kenyon Norman? What a year he's been having so far. 773 total yards, 11 touchdowns. He had 3 last week against Sycamore, and now he's up to 4.5 yards per carry. So he's been absolutely huge for this team. And with the potential new arrival of another running back coming in, this running back room looks very, very dangerous.
Yeah, in case you didn't hear, Braden Johnson, the man everyone remembers from last year, may be coming back, or I guess I should say is coming back. You saw him on senior night, and he is suited up. Not sure if he'll get in this week, but if he can make an impact, that'll be huge. I see Davis on the sideline about to enter the red 10. I hope he's all right. That's never something you want to see.
Yeah, especially after one of the first plays of the game. Quick flag right here.
Before the snap, offside on the defense.
So there you go. I was almost ready to give a speech about West needs to get a hold of these flags, but it'll be on the Highlanders, so not to worry.
And look here, I would look for them to get kind of the running game developed a little bit. I mean, it's only a 1st and 5, so you have a little bit of room to work with here if you're West.
With how good the rushing attack, or defense I should say, is, this will be a big part of the game as Norman fights forward and falls to the ground, gets a few. You see some extracurriculars between LeBron Lumpkins and 14 of Aaron McFarland
Number 38, Noah
on the Highlanders.
Yarian. First down.
That's going to be a fun matchup to watch tonight. These receivers against the Oak Hills defensive backs. And I think that's definitely the biggest mismatch in this game is going to be that battle between the receivers and the secondary of Oak Hills. So if West can take advantage, they have a real good shot at winning this football game.
Smith tipped in the air. It juggled and caught by Norman. And a nice play by Norman will turn a 2nd and 10 into a 2nd and short opportunity.
Really good catch right there. I thought he dropped it at first, but he was able to bobble it, hang on, and still get a nice gain of about 5 yards after the catch. So really good job there. Kenyon Norman, great running back, but also a great pass catcher.
You mentioned Jackson Smith is 1st in the GMC in passing touchdowns, and the team is 4th in passing yards. And then you look on the other end, Oak Hills allows the 2nd most passing yards per game. So you want to talk about just a difference mismatch. That'll be a big one. Norman up the left sideline, still going, fighting free, using his size, and he's into the end zone. And I don't see a flag this time, Andrew.
Wow, and we thought the running game would struggle here tonight against Oak Hills, but so far, so good for Lakota West against the #1 rushing defense in the GMC. There was nothing Oak Hills could have done right there to stop that. And Lakota West is on the board first.
Not sure if you could ask for any better of a drive. You had the nice return, of course, which was called back, but then you get your offense involved. A very nice split between passing and running. Everyone got to touch the ball. A lot of Kenyon Norman, though. He is really starting to come into his own. So Dubufor, barring the extra point, will put them up a touchdown. Kick is up, and it is good. He stays perfect from the extra point category. It is 7-0 here from Firebird Field. We'll stay for a second and go check out the GMC, our very own GMC graphic made by you, Andrew. We'll look around the GMC. You start off the big one, Princeton at Fairfield. Who you got in that one with, Fairfield kind of playing up to competition and then Princeton, of course, being Princeton?
Yeah, I think Fairfield could definitely make that one interesting, but I will have to go with Princeton winning that game there. I think the Vikings, they're undefeated in GMC play. They've had a bit of a few scares, namely against this Oak Hills team last week, but I think they're still riding high. And then obviously look at that Middletown-Hamilton game. I think same thing there. I think the favorite, the Middletown Middies, are going to win that one. Hamilton had a nice win last week against Fairfield, but Middletown is one of the hottest teams in the GMC right now.
Yeah, I think Mason is a no-brainer there, and then same with East, and then here tonight, we'll just wait a couple hours and then you'll know.
Number 14.
So we'll see a do-before again out there to boot this one away. Returning for the Highlanders will be Cordell Ball, I believe, or excuse me, McFarland. He'll cut forward to about the 27 and a flag flies.
Kickoff by number 17.
See who that's going to be on. A nice return from McFarland nonetheless.
A lot of flags so far early in this one.
Illegal block
I think
in
it's
the back. Number 26,
going to be a chippy game between both these teams.
10 yards on the spot of the foul. It'll be Oak Hill's ball.
So that one will be on Max Rhodes, one of the best players in the GMC. Not on that play though.
Yeah, he is one of the best players, if not the best player in the GMC. He leads the GMC in tackles by 33. He's got 115 tackles on the year. He's just, I mean, not much else to say. He's a game wrecker on defense for the Highlanders.
Yeah, definitely up there for Defensive Player of the Year in the GMC. Be tough to beat him out with, you know, the tackling machine that he is. Makes so many big plays on this Oak Hills defense. Kind of they've been the leader. Be a quick throw out to McFarland. McFarland fights out of bounds, and the passing game of Oak Hills will start out on top there.
Schreiber to number 14, Aaron McFarland.
Yeah, that'll be enough to move the chains.
He was tackled by number 6, Colin Ogletree.
You see Ogletree there with the tackle. Colin Ogletree has been one of the best defensive players for Lakota West this year. Had that clutch pick 6 against Middletown to seal that one, and he had an interception against Coleraine as well, so he's really been a leader for Lakota West this year.
So we'll see Schreiber start out in shotgun, the motion man. Be a give or a flip to the left. It's Cordell Ball. He's got room to run, and he'll be shoved out of bound by Kamani Smith, but a flag flies.
The pitch went to number 1, Cordell Ball.
I think that's going to be a face mask on Smith. Just the way he pushed him out of bounds kind of clipped that face mask.
So a quick start for this Oak Hills offense. 2 first downs already, and those quick passes are doing them favors right now.
On the defense, number 4.
And I was kind of expecting to see a bit of a defensive battle, but so far the offenses have been moving. And the Oak Hills sideline lets him hear it. Schreiber again. Off of play action. Quick throw out to Ball. Cordell Ball cuts forward, and what a quick start to the night Cordell Ball is having.
Yeah, these quick throws with the blockers are doing wonders for Oak Hills right now. A lot of quick passes, and the speed of Ball and McFarland and these receivers for Oak Hills starting to hurt West a little bit. I think that the game plan was definitely to keep him comfortable, and with these quick throws so far on this first drive, that's exactly what Oak Hills is doing.
Be a give down the middle, and the West defense is there.
And there you're seeing that Oak Hills rushing offense, not one of the best in GMC. They're 8th in rushing offense. They only average 119 yards per game on the ground, so definitely nothing to write home about there for the rushing offense, but it's really all about the passing offense for this team. They average 187 yards per game through the air, and then 3rd in the GMC in that category. So they are one of the best passing offenses in the GMC, but we'll see what they can do here on the ground tonight.
That could be, you know, what swings it to West's favor. Schreiber gonna air it out. He's got Ball down the middle of the field, but just a little overthrown. Good coverage by Chris Bradley.
Yeah, I think Ball wanted a flag right there, but it was just good enough coverage. As you see the beautiful sunset right there. Thanks to our camera operators for giving us those fresh views.
It's a great night for football. Perfect weather. Beautiful backdrop here from Firebird Field. Westchester will give you that.
So a 2nd and 10 here. I'd expect them to continue to throw the ball as it looks like they're lined up here in a
direct snap
different formation.
McFarland. And he'll drop the snap, and Cam Thomas takes advantage.
My goodness.
Read that one like a book.
What a read and what a tackle from Thomas right there.
This is Oak Hills loves to run those trick plays, and Wes said, leave the trickery at home. We're here to play football. This is no time for the niceties.
Really nice play from Thomas there, and now Oak Hills is behind the chains. I think that they kind of wanted this game to be controlled by them in the fact that they could sustain long drives, and right here, West is already getting them out of their comfort zone, so we'll see what they can do, but 3rd and 15 is just not what you want to be in if you're offense.
3rd and long, one of the hardest things to do in sports to convert. And they'll call a quick timeout to convene. So 7-0 is your score for now. 7:02 left in the first quarter. When we return, we'll see what Oak Hills has cooked up. So a return on this 3rd and very long situation for Schreiber. Pressure coming, and Cam Thomas again. Back-to-back plays for Cam Thomas. He came to play.
Wow, the sack right there from the senior going to Illinois. Cam Thomas, what a play. And West, a great defensive series right there to get off the field. And what a start to this football game for the Firebirds.
So now we'll get to see another return from Chris Bradley. You saw his specialist skills on that first drive. If they weren't called back to penalty, would have been one of the best starts for the Firebirds in a while.
Nearly got
a very poor punt, but a nice bounce. And Bradley will just let that one roll. So not the best punt from, I believe, Brady Kornman, but kind of worked out in his favor after the bounce. So now Firebirds getting the ball back. Andrew, offensively, what do you want to see? You know, do you want to see to continue the short pass, the screens that they've been running, or try to get the ground game established again?
I think that you got to continue to pass and run as collectively as you can. I think they really established the run game there on that first drive, but also the passing game was effective. So, I mean, we know Oak Hills likes to stack the box and prevent the run game, but I think West is having success in whatever they do so far in this one.
So Smith will get the play call. Norman sets up behind Jackson Smith. He'll roll out. They'll set up another screen, and that's just something that they're going to let that one go, and Oak Hills recovers.
Get the ball! Gosh, man!
And that's going to be a fumble on the stat sheet, and Oak Hills takes over.
Wow. I'm not sure. I thought it was a forward
pass.
Yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing. But with no instant review, they're going to have to stick with the call. That really looked like a forward pass to me, but nevertheless, whistle doesn't blow. You got to keep playing and jump on that ball. Good hustle play from Oak Hills.
He called backward pass, bro.
And they can't really review it either, so, I mean, they're just going to let this thing stand.
And now you see Coach Bolden walking into that offensive huddle. He is about to lay into him.
Oak Hills takes over 1st and 10.
And it's a good thing there's a tent covering because
20-yard line.
I'm not sure that's a sight to see for these fans.
Man, tough, really a tough call right there. I don't think you want to put that too much on West, but you do want to play until the whistle blows, so.
Yeah. So they'll try some trickier again, and it'll be Cordell Ball. Good blocking, and he'll take it all the way. Cordell Ball responds after the defensive turnover. What a perfectly executed play.
For the Highlanders.
Wow. What a turn of events right there. You're thinking West has a chance to go up 14-0 after they get the ball back, after that amazing defensive stop, and then the fumble, and then the reverse and a wide open touchdown run right there for Ball. That was perfect offense from Oak Hills. What a response by the Highlanders.
I think that was Grant Walker of Oak Hills on the block, but man, what a block he laid out for the offense. So the kick is up, and it is good from Brecken Hilsinger, and it's no good. Off the crossbar, spoke too soon. So the score will remain 6-7 here from Firebird Field. 5:54 to go in this first quarter when we return here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So we'll return. West got to respond after a tough drive there, the tough turnover, and then a perfectly executed trick play from the Highlanders. We'll see what they have in their bag of tricks.
And it's really all about how you respond if you're West. That's a tough break, but you get the ball back here on offense. You're still up by 1 point. Still got to be feeling good about your chances.
So Hilsinger will boot that one away, the sophomore kicker for the Highlanders. And Smith will return it. Kamani Smith slips at the 19, and I will set them up for not the best field position.
Brecken Hilsinger taking a return by number 4, Kamani Smith.
So I think on this drive, you really want to continue to get the passing game developed. I think you got to have some nice quick throws like Oak Hills did on their first drive, and you just got to be able to make some type of explosive play happen and just limit the turnovers, really. I think as long as they do that, they'll be fine. But obviously, Oak Hill's already winning the turnover battle.
20-yard line.
Something the Firebirds have done pretty well. I think that's just their second fumble of the year, both on pretty similar plays. As good as Smith is as a passer, something he's got to work on is just those quick throws out to Norman in the flat. He'll do a quick throw right there to Davis. He's back on the field, and he'll fight forward and should have the first down.
Really nice by Tyson Davis to run after the catch, and they're very close to that first down marker.
And it looks like he's just fine after entering that red tent.
9-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 1.
And after the injury luck he's had this season, good to see him back on the field looking strong. You see Radica in as the extra blocker on that right side of the line. Be 3 wide. It'll be a give to Norman. Norman gets tripped up. And a good defensive stop. That'll bring up
Norman, the ball carrier.
A fresh set of downs.
Tackled by number 22, Miles Cunningham. First down.
Yeah, and I think this is a really interesting coaching matchup. You look at Oak Hills, Dan Schultz, his first year coaching for the Highlanders, but he has had a lot of experience elsewhere, 49-32 overall record. And then you look at Coach Bolden, 66-16 overall for the Firebirds. So they both legendary coaches, and both have a lot of experience.
Schultz definitely had an interesting career route as another gift to Norman, and he'll get about 1 or 2 there as some extra curriculars after the play. Lawson Robinson looked stunned after the shove he took.
I think he kind of exaggerated a little bit, but you do what you can to try to get the flags there.
It's team playing. But going back to Schultz, what you said was interesting enough. He was the Oak Hills head coach back in 2012 to 2014, so this is actually his second stint with the team. Had a 12-18 record, and then he bounced around the GMC and Winton Woods as well. He was with Princeton with those back-to-back GMC titles, and now he's back on Oak Hills with a 500 record. Smith, off play action, pressure coming, and that is the defense from Oak Hills. You love to see, if you're a Highlander, a nice tackle by Pirion Brondage, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long.
We talked about it pregame. You've got to be able to protect your quarterback, and West was not able to do that there, and now a 3rd and 17 coming up, and all the momentum is on Oak Hill's side.
9-yard loss on the play.
So as good of a drive they had to start. Now Oak Hill's defense is starting to jump into rhythm. Norman will jump out to Smith's left. They'll motion in Jordan. Jordan has blockers. He could get the first. He's got the first and more. Mellow Jordan down the sideline. Still going, and he's shoved out of bounds by Anthony Young, but not after a 50-plus yard game.
That's one way to re-energize this stadium. What a play. What a play call from the offense, and now you've got yourself in a perfect scenario here. But, wow, 3rd and 17, dialing up the good old jet sweep. And a great play right there for Lakota West.
Yeah, this team has kind of been pushed into, the rhetoric that the blocking and offensive line is not the best, but I think they've really started to develop. Obviously, they started the year very young, but since then they've gotten into the rhythm, and now they're looking strong as Smith, off play action, fires the end zone. He's got Brogdon, but can't get that in. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
But a flag flies, and it's going to be roughing the passer on the Highlanders. I thought there might have been a flag. I wasn't quite sure. And that'll bring up another 1st down.
Wow, that's huge. That's massive. Continue to move the chains, but
Let's go,
penalties
West!
really hurting both teams so far in this one.
Number 14, Aaron McFarland, was defending on that play.
I mean, that was 15-yard penalties. That is big for an offense. That's a 1st down and a half. Smith will get the call, and Norman will jump to Smith's right. Snap, fires out, and a miscommunication between him and Davis. And that'll bring up another incompletion.
Pass was intended for number 5, Tyson Davis. It was incomplete.
Yeah, I think that they were just trying to target Davis there, maybe try to get a call.
Number 14, Aaron McFarland, defending on the play.
Nothing really he could do there as Davis was covered pretty well.
2nd down and 10.
We'll see if West can continue to protect Smith. I think the pass rush from Oak Hill is starting to get something going, Max Rhodes, and that pressure of the defense, but we'll see what they can do here.
So now on 2nd and 10. 2:36 left in the first quarter. Been a pretty long first quarter. Smith looks left. Gonna take it himself up the middle. Nice moves down, and he's got the touchdown. Jackson Smith cutting up field, showing his running ability.
Well, we know he can pass it, but he can also do
and a late flag flies.
You see the tensions continuing to rise, but wow, what a play right there from Jackson Smith. Able to escape the pocket and just find a way to get himself into the end zone. And this offense has looked really good so far here tonight. Even after that fumble, I think it's definitely been a really good showing here for this offense.
We'll see what the call is, but whatever it is,
Touchdown is good.
the touchdown should
After
stand.
the score, unsportsmanlike. on number 5 for West and number 14 for Oak Hill. That is both of their first unsportsmanlike penalties. They will offset. 1 time down for the try.
So that's going to be an unsportsmanlike on Davis and McFarland of their respective teams. They'll offset, but Davis got to be careful. He gets another one, he could be, or will be thrown out the game.
I read that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that is interesting to say the least. I think McFarland already showing that he, doesn't just want to play football here tonight. He's just going out here and trying to do his thing. But we'll see what Oak Hills can do next on offense as Lakota West leads 14-6.
So Dubufor again will slam that one away. A bit of a low one for his standards, and it will be returned by McFarland. McFarland cutting up, escaping pressure, but he can't escape. I think that was Coben Ogletree.
Kickoff is taken and returned by number 14.
But not a bad
McFarland is
return.
a great receiver, but he's also a great rusher. He's
13.
third in the GMC in receiving yards with 522, and he's also got 4 rushing touchdowns. So can really do it all for this Oak Hills offense, and definitely they're going to want to involve him here the rest of the game.
Definitely the Swiss Army knife of the Highlanders. He returns. You saw he plays defense. He rushes the ball. He catches the ball. He does it all. I mean, I don't think I've said anyone else's name more tonight.
Takes over 1st and 10. From their own
Even gets
29-yard
unsportsmanlike
line.
penalties sometimes.
Yeah, he's doing it all out there, really, for this Oak Hills team. We'll see what they can do on this drive.
So here on 1st and 10, Schreiber looking to respond. McFarland in the backfield will motion. It'll be a give up the middle to, I think that one again was Emmett Johnson. He'll fall forward for a
Tackled by
few.
number 8, Riley Newman, and number 1, Cam Thomas.
Like I said, this rushing offense for Oak Hills has just not been the best this year. They're obviously trying to establish it a little bit here, but I think they're going to continue to just try to get those quick passes out. It worked a lot in the first drive until they got stuff behind the chains, and they just had to resort to throwing it deep. But now, if you can continue to move these chains and stay above the sticks, you'll be fine.
It'll be another give up the middle. Again, I think that was Emmett Johnson. And again, Firebirds are there to make the play.
I'm not sure about that play call. I mean, it's just another run right up the middle. Schreiber didn't look too happy about the result, and I wouldn't be either. I mean, I think Oak Hills, they're trying to develop a rhythm with this offense, and the rushing game is just not their identity for this team.
Yeah, you don't want to get your offense into the rut of run it twice, gain maybe 2 yards, and then have to throw it on 3rd and long. You know, obviously you want to get your run game established, but you know, if it's not working, you might as well stick to what works. Again, they'll motion. Schreiber will fake it. Gets it out to Johnson in space. Johnson fights forward, but it won't be enough. And the Firebirds force a 3 and out.
Lincoln Schreiber. The number 13, Emmett Johnson.
Yeah, like I said, they were trying to develop that quick passing game there.
That was made by number 22,
but unable to succeed. And
DJ Edwards.
Now they got to punt it away, and I think they're scared about this West secondary because they have been elite this year.
3-yard gain on the pass play.
We talk about it all the time, how good this West secondary is. You've got Chris Bradley, you've got a bunch of different guys there, but it's really just the defense as a whole. First in passing yards per game allowed, with they only allow 69 per game, and then you look at the yards per game and then the interceptions. They've got 9 interceptions this year. That's the big factor. And then you look at Chris Bradley, who's got 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
So they turn the ball over.
Delay of game.
Another
on the
penalty
offense.
comes, and it's a delay of game for Oak Hills. That's a mistake that you can't make. It's just the simple errors, and it's going to make Brady Cornman's job that much harder.
Back deep to receive number 11, Chris Bradley.
Which was smaller. You try to change them out.
So Cornman, after the low flyer last time, nearly blocked and
No, good, no call.
kind of got lit up. Bradley going to return that one,
Flop.
and he'll get maybe 2 yards. Surprised that one
Followed by number
wasn't
2,
called as a
Brady
penalty,
Cornman.
but
Taken by number
now the
11,
Firebirds will
Chris
take over
Bradley.
on offense.
And he was forced out of
So
bounds by number
Lakota
13,
West, other than that
Emmett
fumble
Johnson.
and the quick touchdown from Oak Hills, it's been all Firebirds here as we head to the second quarter.
That is the end of
Lakota
the
West
first
leads
quarter.
by 8. We'll be right back on Lakota
And
West
it's
Student
the first
Broadcast.
quarter of play with our
So Firebirds will take over on the other side
first down, Lakota West.
here to start the second quarter.
Bit of a shotgun look here with Norman in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left of Smith.
Yeah, they don't run a lot of direct snaps, but it'll be a gift to Norman. Norman's got room, fighting off defenders, taking them with him, and he pulls Cordell Ball a few more yards.
And
Helmets
number
flying.
3, Kenyon Norman.
Whoa.
So much going on here.
He was tackled by number 22.
Norman he just
Miles
does not
Cunningham
stop
and
moving
number
his
1,
legs.
Cordell Ball.
Keeps them churning, and he's able to pick up an extra few yards that he really shouldn't every single run just because of his ability to
First
keep
down,
himself
Firebirds.
on his feet.
I mean, there's a reason he's got offers from, Penn State, Wisconsin, those type of teams. They want a guy like Kenyon Norman. His ability to wiggle his way through the offensive line and then past that defensive line and then just fighting defender after defender. It's a sight to see. That time, he has nowhere to go. Big play by Julian Harris.
Number 3, Kenyon Norman was
Yeah,
the
that
ball
was
carrier.
incredible, and this
He was
defensive
tackled by
line of
number
Oak Hills,
11,
definitely their
Julian
strong suit, the
Harris.
pass rush and then the rushing defense as well. If you're West, you cannot have these negative plays. They had it on that second drive, but it didn't really matter as they were able to get that huge run from Carmelo Jordan. But
And that'll be Julian Harris's 10th tackle for a loss on the season. With how many stars you have, the Michael Branches and Max Rhodes, he kind of gets underlooked, but he's a big piece on that front seven. Smith will take the snap. Quick throw out to Davis on the curl. Davis using his speed, fighting upfield, and they'll say he stepped out, and man, that's frustrating, but another amazing play coming off injury. He's looking very strong.
how about Tyson Davis coming off the injury and doing it all out there so far? They've liked to use him a lot in those short routes, and he's just been able to break away. I think the Oak Hill secondary has just struggled to tackle a lot this season, and right now it's really paying off for
First
Lakota
down,
West.
Lakota West.
So Smith will set up in shotgun with Norman behind him, and then they'll get the call. It's not something you see too often in football, but this has been the way they have powered this offense best for Smith. He'll take the snap, and he'll take it himself, and he'll fight contact down the middle. But Oak Hills
Number 7
is there to make the
Smith
play.
on the quarterback keeper.
I think Oak Hills saw that play coming throughout.
He was tackled
Matt,
by number 99.
Front seven was able to just sniff it out immediately. So now, not a terrible play if you're West, but definitely wanted to get some yards there.
1 yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 9.
So here on 2nd and 9, we'll see if they go pass after the big play from Davis and then the short run. They've done a pretty good job of sharing the wealth here on offense. Off play action. They'll get it to Davis again, and Davis can't hold on. That's gonna be one he's gonna be looking back on tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough. It's easier said than done to make those types of catches.
Depending on the play.
I think that everyone has those moments where they just somehow can't haul in the easiest of passes, but right there, that's a tough one, but still 3rd and 9, and we'll see what they do here.
I imagine Smith is giving a similar reaction to our very own Joe Flacco that he gave to Chase last night. We saw that on the national landscape.
Yeah, not too often you see a guy like Tyson Davis or Jamar Chase drop a pass.
Smith, pressure coming, gets laid out, but he sends it deep to Davis. Juggled, and it's caught! Oh my goodness! Tyson Davis in the end zone! What a snag!
Are you serious? What a play!
Oh my goodness!
How did he catch that?
Oh no, it's coming back. It was thrown next to them.
Offensive pass interference on the offense.
I don't know about that one.
The fans don't agree, and I don't think we do up in the booth either.
They call it offensive pass interference. I think that was defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
He was all over him, and Tyson Davis had to juggle to make that catch. I don't know how you call that right there.
I don't see how that's pass interference on either of them. I mean, the defender jumped up to grab it, and Tyson Davis did the exact same thing.
It was just a 50-50 ball, and
yeah.
Instead, now it's 3rd and 24. Wow, that's. I'm just gonna say that's not a great call.
And I swear, Andrew, all year, every time I get excited for a big play, it is always called back to penalty. Oh man, that's a tough one.
They didn't show it on the screen. They didn't show it.
So now, like you said, 3rd and 24. We'll see if they can at least get it to Kofi range, which isn't that much more to go. Norman trying to fight away, and he's going to lose yards. So you're not going to get into Kofi range, and you're actually going to lose yards. And what a just turn of events after what looked like an incredible catch. And now you're back in your own territory.
So a tough last 2 plays right there. You get the overturn on the touchdown, and now you're backed up to 4th and a country mile.
So Duperfour will punt it. Bit of a high kick, but no pressure. Ball will return. And I think he touched that.
He touched it. He touched it.
They won't say he did, so it'll be a touchback. Good effort from Kamani Smith.
He touched that.
Man, these calls.
Fans let him hear it.
The ball goes into the end zone.
A lot of 50-50 calls just haven't been in West's favor so far tonight. You don't want to sound like a salty fan or anything, but definitely been a frustrating one. So we'll see what Oak Hills has on the playbook. 8:59 to go when we return here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting.
You're an idiot, Jack.
So we'll start with the run up the middle by Schreiber, and he'll gain about 6 or 7 there. And I'll bring up 2nd and short.
By number 15, Jaden Cook, and number 22, Judah Blair.
Now it's time to see how this defense can respond. They've played well tonight, other than that 1 touchdown for Oak Hills, but I think you got to continue to just make Schreiber uncomfortable and pressure him and make him make bad decisions. It'll be tough, though, with this quick passing game that Oak Hills has developed.
So Schreiber again up the middle to Johnson. Flag flies.
Hand off into number 13.
I think that might be helmet-to-helmet contact.
Tackled by number 1, Cam Thomas, and number 33.
But it is going to be on West.
Flag on the play.
This dude is calling him, bro.
5-yard face mask.
It'll be a face mask on the Firebirds. And these personal foul penalties, they need to slow down. They are starting to really affect this one.
You're terrible.
He don't only want to throw the flag. He's throwing
The fans here on the Firebird side are letting them hear it.
It's not even the halfway through the second quarter yet. Already getting some people telling the refs to go home. So
We'll call it energy, Andrew. We'll call it energy.
atmosphere, home field advantage.
Yeah. A quick throw out to McFarland. And that is a big block by Ball on Judah Blair, and he'll run out of bounds for about 4.
Quarterback Lincoln Schreiber.
Oak Hill's just hanging in there right now. It hasn't been a perfect game for them, but they've had a few plays go their way, and now they're only down 1 score. So you got to be thinking if you're Oak Hill's, got a lot of confidence, only being down one score here to Lakota West.
So under 7:30 to go in this first half. Schreiber in shotgun. He's got 4 wide, and I think that's Johnson behind him. He'll take the snap, fields it with one hand. Quick throw out, and it's dropped. I think that was McFarland. He's blown up by Cam Thomas.
I think that was Fryer that blew him up, the birthday boy.
Oh, Andrew Fryer. Yeah. He's fired up.
Incomplete. Penning. Number 4, Kamani Smith.
Let's go, D!
But that'll bring up 3rd and long.
There you go. Let's go, D!
Nice defensive stop there. So on 3rd and 6, we'll see where they go with the ball. Watch Cordell Ball on that near side. He could be dangerous.
Come on, Bradley. They're coming at 1 right here.
Schreiber, quick throw out to Ball. And Chris Bradley's there, and I think that won't be enough, and bring up 4th and short. And now, if you're Don Schultz, you got a big decision on your hands.
What a matchup right there on the outside. Best receiver in the GMC versus the best corner in the GMC. Chris Bradley versus Cordell Ball. So that's going to be fun to watch all night, and I think they're going to punt this thing away.
What a story Cordell Ball has been this year. Just a sophomore in high school, and he's looking for the triple crown, that being leading the entire GMC in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Again, he did not, as a freshman, he was not out there on the field a whole lot. Had 0 catches, and now this year, like you said, looking like the best receiver in the GMC.
3, 2. That's a flag! That's a flag!
And it looks like the Firebird sideline helping the refs there, letting them know
On the offense.
that's a delay. That's the 2nd delay of the game so far for Oak Hills this game.
Yeah, that's a big call right there. I think that Oak Hills, I'm not sure that they were looking to snap that ball, but we don't usually see the play clock play that big of a factor in high school football right there. It brings them back 5 yards.
So Kornman again nearly blocked. I think he might have got a finger on that. The low flyer and a bad bounce. Very bad bounce for Oak Hills. So now West has perfect field position. Start this drive. Andrew, of course, they had a tough turnover and then that unfortunate turn of events on the last drive. Where do you want to see the ball go here with 6:22 to go?
I think you got to look for Tyson Davis on the outside, and he's been good, reliable. Other than that flag, which I don't think it was a flag on him, but he's been dominant so far tonight. I think you got to continue to look for him because he is feeding on that matchup right now.
Davis with what would have been a phenomenal catch, just called back. Very unfortunate. But watch for him on this drive. He's going to make an impact. Going to be hungry for some catches. Smith takes a snap. He'll give it to Norman. Norman's got room to run, and he'll just be sat down. Nice tackle
Number 3, Kenya Norman
by Oak Hills by number 33, Cortez Ball.
33, Cortez Ball.
That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Line up quick, bro.
See what they do here. They got the 2 tight end look with Salam and Radica.
Smith will throw it again on that curl route to Davis, which he's excelled at. And he gives an angry stare to Aaron McFarland. What a night those two have been having.
Yeah, it's a matchup. I mean, I feel like it's just every single route is just either a curl route or a deep route for Tyson Davis against Aaron McFarland. And McFarland is not, I don't think he's getting the best of it so far.
They need to watch it, though. Like I said earlier, one more unsportsmanlike penalty and they can get ejected. And those are 2 very, very impact players on each team. Norman tries to get to the outside, and he slips again, and a bit of a late hit there by Oak Hills. I think that was Jacob Pizzo.
Wow.
So now it'll be 2nd and long.
3-yard loss on the play. 2nd down.
So here on 2nd and long, we'll see what they draw up after the loss of, I believe, 3. You see Yassine Salam is the extra blocker, and it will be a gift to Norman. And look at the Highlanders all over that. And oh man, that's another 3rd and long situation that's been so difficult for the Firebirds to excel at.
Yeah, it seems like Lakota West is moving the ball really well, and then they just have one negative play, turns into a chain of events that just leads to them in these 3rd and long situations, and you just can't have these if you're trying to beat one of the better teams in the GMC.
I really want to keep seeing those short catches that you saw them to Davis so far tonight. One of my keys to the game, and it has worked wonders for this offense so far.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and long.
You see Brogdon and Davis, the senior duo, on that near side. We'll see how they can get involved here on 3rd and long. From where they are, it would be a 58-yarder.
Not out of range.
You know, for any other team in Ohio, that is way out of range, but not for the Firebirds. Smith will roll to his left, steps up in the pocket, pressure coming. He's going to take it himself. Flag flies. He'll get about 5, not enough for a first, but we'll see what the Zebras have to say.
Looks like it's on West, so bring it back even further.
Yeah, anytime you see someone. So that'll bring up 3rd and 18, I believe. We'll see what they say. Trying to communicate right now.
Illegal formation on the offense. That penalty has been declined.
They call it an illegal formation, so
they'll decline the penalty and make it 4th down. We'll see what Bolden decides.
I think you got to run out Kofi here, and I think they will.
And you see Schroeder coming out. They got to hustle, though. Play clock down under 20.
Number 17. Kofi
So this one's going to be
into attempt a field goal.
53 yards, Andrew. This should be out of reach, but Kofi is a magician. And a flag flies, and oh man, if that's a false start, and I think it is.
False start on the offense.
That'll make it even farther.
Might be a good thing there, as that kick had no chance.
So now at 58, do you try it again, or you punt this one?
I think you've got to stand tall and go for this field goal right here. Kofi hit a 56-yarder, so what's 2 more yards?
It had the range, that one too, I believe. "58 yards from the logo." Oh my goodness, and another false start, but this time it might be on the Highlanders. And they're gonna point at West.
Wow.
And those are those dead ball penalties. Bolden's pointing at the Highlanders. He wants it to be on them.
Somehow they draw them offside.
And they're going to call it on the Firebirds. And
5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
absolutely brutal. Coach wants the ref for an explanation. So 58 might be doable, but I don't know about 63.
They'll put in Feeney. He's known for his ability to pin teams deep. See what he can do here.
Deep to receive number 1, Cordell Ball.
So ball will be deep to receive, and like you said, Feeney will be here to punt this one. I can hear Bolden from up here laying into the ref. And I guess it was enough. It was enough. Whatever he was saying was enough. And that's another penalty. My goodness.
We're hearing more of the go-homes from the fans here at Lakota West. Not happy about the refereeing that's been going on. And here come the boos.
My goodness. I don't think West fans are not fans who typically complain about calls, but tonight they have been letting them hear it. I've heard many go homes from this area of the stands, but what a turn. That's 25 yards back. Wow. So now Kofi will kick this one to Ball. And Ball will call for the fair catch. So after all that, they'll start it at the 23. Highlander ball when we return. 14-6 is your score with 3:10 left on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So we return after that debacle. They'll motion McFarland and give it up the middle to Johnson. We've seen that play about 100 times tonight.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to establish the run game, but West is just not allowing them to do so. And I think that West secondary makes it really hard for this Oak Hills offense to get much of anything going. See what they can do here, but their passing attack has not been nearly as effective as it's been throughout the season.
So now here on 2nd and 9, we'll see if they look for a pass. But again, like you said, how good this Firebird secondary is, it'll be tough. But with 4 wide, can expect a throw. Quick throw out to Farland. Farland in open space. And he fights to about the 44 for a Highlander first down.
I just talked about it. They've been kind of uncomfortable in the passing game, but right there, Schreiber, a nice completion right over the middle, and really nice play right there to set this offense up.
A very nimble play from Aaron McFarland to cut into the middle of the field and just find that open pocket in the defense. Schreiber, another quick throw out. That time he's blown up by Kamani Smith. And they're going to call it incomplete. So the hustle play from Kamani Smith and the big hit leads to success, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
See what they dial up here. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's been a back and forth game, but it feels like Lakota West should be up more than they are right now. Just a lot of miscues, flags, and maybe some calls that should have gone their way, just leading to what we have here. But
another touchdown, or at least some more points, would make me feel much more comfortable, especially the fact that the Highlanders get the ball to start the second half.
Go ahead.
If they score here, it could be putting a world of hurt. Pressure coming. Schreiber airs it out. Low throw. What a snag by Cordell Ball. Wow.
There's that matchup. Chris Bradley versus Cordell Ball. He won that one right there.
There's a very low throw, underthrown ball, but Cordell Ball just tracked that ball like a bat.
Wow, that was an incredible play from Ball, and Oak Hills is moving the ball effectively so far on this drive.
So now on 1st and 10, the big play. You cannot let the last couple of drives demoralize you. You have to stand strong here approaching the red zone with less than 1:20 to go. Snap. Reverse to McFarland, and that time the Firebirds are there, and that one's going to be called every time. Multiple flags fly.
Number 14, Aaron McFarland.
It would have been a really good tackle, but you just can't grab the face mask there.
Number 22 on the defense.
Is Judah Blair, and it's a really, really good read on McFarland, but they're going to call that a horse collar every time, especially right in front of the referee. You had defenders coming in. You got to try to wrap them up.
It's just these little mistakes that just are killing the Firebirds right now and making this game interesting.
Jump ball and kill him. That's 30, 40 yards. Ain't got to hold it.
With it being senior night, of course, we have a lot of former players and cheerleaders coming back. I see Grant Bierman down there in the stands wearing the Illinois drip, looking strong. So here on 1st and 10, a lot of momentum swinging for the Highlanders.
They're going to one.
Schreiber will keep it on play action, just barely gets it thrown out of bounds.
That's it. Ain't nobody there. He's out of time to talk about.
Schreiber doing a great job of acting that one. Kind of flew an extra 5 yards.
No, I'm just saying, like.
It'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't know if he was outside the tackle box or not.
They've been using Cooper Sweet on these motions pretty much every single play. It's just been enough to cause confusion for the Firebirds defense. It's really led to a lot of these reverses working out for the offense.
Second down.
Here we go.
Sounds like the Oak Hills coach is calling for timeout, and that is what we will get.
Timeout. Oak Hills.
So they'll use their second of the half. 58 seconds to go. We'll stay right here. Andrew, you know, they've driven down the field pretty well. Had that big Aaron McFarland catch, and then just a couple penalties have done the rest. How do you look, if you're the Highlanders, to punch this one in, and what kind of schemes you want to see the defense play? Keep them away from that black and red grass.
I think you got to continue to go to Cordell Ball. He's 7th in touchdowns in the GMC, and this is where he likes to operate in the red zone. So I think you got to go to him, and maybe Aaron McFarland as well, that duo, and also Dimitri Vetter and the rest of this receiving core for Oak Hills. But you just have to be able to get Schreiber comfortable and let him make a play here. I think there's not enough time to really run the football here, and really they have not had much success running the ball so far in this game. So I think that you want to continue to go to that passing attack that has worked pretty well so far.
After a timeout, if you're West, you need to be careful. Last week, Cooper Sweet had a 41-yard pass on a trick play, as well as Aaron McFarland this season with 2 passes for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Thomas was jumping for joy at that false start on the Oak Hills offense. So that'll move 5 yards back and make this job for the Firebirds that much easier.
Both teams just struggling with these penalties so far. It's really been the story of this game, is how much flags have changed the field position, as you see Lawson Robinson there on the sideline trying to get this student section hyped. They're not listening to him, and now they're starting to, as they're trying to get loud here for this Firebird defense.
Schreiber throws at the ball, just high for ball, and he took a big hit from Chris Bradley, and he's down, and that's never something you want to see.
That's not good. It's your best player if you're Oak Hills, so we'll see what they do potentially without ball.
not in good shape. We'll take a short step aside. Hope he's all right. Be right back here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So we return here on 3rd and 8, 55 seconds to go for Oak Hills as the crowd comes alive. This would be a 40-yarder from here for their kicker. Schreiber fires to the end zone, way overthrown, and that's 4th down. So now you got a tough decision to make with Brecken Hilsinger. His long is 36 yards. And some fighting again happens.
I think right here, you want to kick this. I mean, actually, they might end up going for this, but it's 4th and 8. It's kind of tough to get those 8 yards. But I think they think that they have a better shot of converting on a
Number 11, Chris Bradley.
Hilsinger just 4 field goal attempts on the year.
We'll see. A lot of changes coming. They might end up kicking this
That
thing
brings up
here.
4th down and 8.
And they are going to kick it, so 40 yards.
So it'd make it a 5-point game. I kind of would have liked to see them go for it just with it being an 8-point game. But here we go. Crowd is alive. Snap is good. Kick is up, and it's blocked. It's picked up by Oak Hills. And Brady Cornyn has nowhere to go, and the Firebirds take over.
Getting in there was Colin Ogletree in this Firebird defense. What a play to completely swing the game. And now you take over with 44 seconds to go. Still a chance if you can get into Kofi range.
You have 3 timeouts. I mean, Kofi range is nice, but they could go for a touchdown. I mean, as good as Smith is, you have Davis back in the offense. Gives me shades of a couple years ago, or I guess I should say last year, Wiles to Davis in the end zone. We could see a remix of that if we're lucky. So watch again, Jaden Brogdon and Tyson Davis on the near side. 1st and 10, 44 seconds to go. Smith rolls out, fires, he's got Davis. Davis cutting up field to the 50, still going to the 40, stiffs arms, and he's down at about the 33-yard line.
Wow,
what a catch and run.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu with the deep ball to Tyson Davis there to start off the drive. And now Lakota West trying to get up by 2 scores here before halftime.
They're going quick. They won't use the timeout. Smith looking, fires over the middle. He's got Brogdon just out of reach, a little bit overthrown. The clock will stop with 31 seconds left.
Jaden Brogdon, it was incomplete.
Not a bad look, just had to get it closer to Brogdon's fingertips.
2nd down and 10.
And I think you got to go look for Tyson Davis here again. He's been a monster so far tonight.
Smith will look. Pressure coming. Gets it out to Davis, and Davis juggling catch. He's fighting to get out of bounds, and he does.
He's different, man.
And a flag comes out at the end. They're looking at, I think that's Lawson Robinson. Or excuse me, Brandon Stanley.
Number 3.
And that's
Deshaun Dorsey. Number 33, Cortez Ball.
Personal foul, number 54.
another big penalty on the Firebirds.
It's a dead ball foul, 15 yards. 2nd down.
Also number
It's a tough mistake right there, and it just seems like every single time West finally get something going. It's just penalties galore.
So the Firebirds will call a timeout.
Offense.
Definitely an
That is their
important
first.
one with 21
Timeout
seconds.
of the half.
Andrew, if you're the Firebirds, it's third and long right now. Do you want to see them try to get this first down, or just, like you said, get it easier for Kofi Adubafor to boot this one through the uprights?
Well, I think they're definitely going to try to get the first down, but I think it's just going to be another pass play. You don't want to get anything too crazy because you're probably not going to get into the end zone here, but you can at least try to get maybe 10 yards back, get yourself back into Kofi range.
3rd and 20 is where they at right now. Man. I think you should try to get another quick look to Tyson Davis if you can, and just, you know, make sure you get a completion and make it easier for Adubafor. But if he has the ability, with how good he's been tonight, he might be able to get that first down just from his legs alone.
We'll see what they can do here, though. Only 21 seconds. They still have 2 timeouts.
So that'll end the timeout. Could see a screenplay in the works to Norman, but we'll see what they decide to do. Norman will set up to Smith's right. 4 wide, bunch formation on that near side. Highlanders show blitz. They'll bring 4. Smith fires deep, gets laid out. Looking for Davison, they got it. You heard the fans and you see the refs. I think that's going to be a pass interference call on the Highlanders.
That was a really good throw from Smith. I mean, perfectly laid out. It was a safe throw. Was no way it was going to get picked off, but not out of the reach of Tyson Davis. So
On the defense, number 3.
perfect ball placement, and then a nice job of kind of selling the flag.
So it's still 3rd and short now, but a very, very high IQ play from Jackson Smith to throw it there and force that pass interference. But you still got to convert here. 15 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. 4 wide for Smith. Highlanders bring blitz. Quick throw to Bradley, Chris Bradley, and he'll get out of bounds. So another nice chunk play, and the clock will stop again. But 10 seconds left. Not sure if timeouts will even be a factor at this point.
I think that if you get something going over the middle, you can get down and call a timeout with like 3 seconds left, but then there's a decision you have to make there. Do you want to go for the touchdown or take the points? I think you got to at least take the points here to go up 2 scores heading into half.
We'll see if they can even score here. Smith looking, got time, fires over the middle, and it's too low for Bradley. Not sure if that was to Bradley or Jordan. 4 seconds left. We'll see the call.
Now you just want to kick this thing.
Yeah, that's the right call. I mean, you still have 20 yards to go, and when you have a guy like Adubafor who's very consistent, definitely the move to make.
17, Kofi Adubafor into attempt the field goal.
This will be a 37-yarder. The holder will be Wyatt Schroeder, a backup quarterback. Kick is up, and it's good. So a nice hold and a nice kick as time runs out and the clock hits 0. So 17-6 is your score at halftime. A lot of big plays, a lot of penalties sums up that first half. Highlanders will start the second half with ball when we return. Make sure you go get a drink, go to the bathroom, get a bite to eat, whatever you got to do, but make sure you're back for the final 24 minutes of the second half here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting.
14, Aaron
So we
McFarland.
return for the third quarter of action.
Deshaun
Final
Dorsey.
24 minutes of play here tonight. And it'll start with a do-before kick. And that'll go out the back of the end zone. Andrew, as good as West has been, what has really been holding them back so far, you know, in the first half to only be up 11?
I think it's just been the penalties. I mean, they've had how many yards? 90 yards of penalties on 9 penalties. It's been like the personal fouls, the false starts. It's just been everything about the penalties. And then you have that one fumble where there was just a miscommunication that led to Oak Hill's only score of the game. And other than that, though, it's been a really good half for Lakota West. But you got to get a stop here to start. I think Oak Hill's, if they don't get a score here, they're not going to have that many chances the rest of the game to really get back into this one. So if you're Oak Hills, you at least got to leave this drive with 3 points on the board. Cannot go 3 and out here.
So it'll be right up the middle, and again, West is there. They have completely shut down that run game for the Oak Hills Highlanders. They have had nowhere to go all night, just 30 rushing yards in that first half. And it'll be, I believe, a loss of yards on that one.
Braylon McQueen and number 1, Cam Thomas.
Or just about a yard.
They tried that play, and the first time it worked perfectly for the touchdown, but ever since then, West has seen it coming, and I think Oak Hills, they're just trying to find that spark that they had in the first half, but it's just not there.
Firebirds just got to work on the simple things, just the frustrating penalties. That's really all it's been that they have lacked so far, but we'll see what Schreiber can do here on 2nd and 9. Quick snap. Another run up the middle, and again, that's what we were talking about in that first half. You can't just run it twice and gain about 3 yards, and then now it's 3rd and long, and that's exactly what you just saw.
Yeah, you know, 3rd and 6, definitely not the greatest position you want to be in, but still manageable. I just think that you have to start passing the ball more. You're known to be an air raid offense. You got to stick to your identity, which is not running the football.
3rd down and 6.
So here on 3rd and 6, like you said, I imagine they have to stick to their identity here. They'll motion McFarland. Snap. Looking. Schreiber got time. Pressure coming. Gets it out. Going for the long ball into triple coverage. And Cordell Ball can't hang on. And it'll bring up 4th and 6.
It was a pretty good throw for being on the move, but anyone in triple.
Oh, my goodness. And another penalty. Cam Thomas just hit him a little too late.
Man, I don't know about that one. I mean, he was getting ready to throw the ball, but you're Cam Thomas, you want to go for that sack there. And I think just right after he threw it, Thomas was already in the process of sacking him, and it just leads to the penalty. So that's just a tough break right there.
Not much you can do there. So now on 1st and 10, 10:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Oak Hills, again, just been able to move the ball just from West's mistakes from those penalties. Schreiber, snap. Quick throw out to McFarland, and Kamani Smith wraps him up. It'll be about a gain of about 3. Nice defensive stop from Smith.
Kamani Smith has been really good, especially for his height. He only stands at 5'9", but he's still able to make up for it with his defensive presence and his ball skills. So he's done a really good job for this Firebird secondary, and everyone on that secondary has him, Colin Ogletree, Chris Bradley, and many more. Jaden Cook.
There'll be a bunch formation. The flick out to Sweet, and Cooper Sweet will be close to that first down marker.
Cooper Sweet. He was forced out of bounds by number 33, Andrew Fryer.
So it'll bring up 3rd and short. And this is that kind of range where you got a lot of options if you're Oak Hills.
Yeah, I think you want to still stick to that passing game, but get something quick. I don't really like the idea of running the ball here. I think it's too predictable in this situation, especially since the running game has not been effective so far.
A lot of miscommunication, and Sweet will fight, and Thomas wants a stop. And I think the refs concur. So a lot of different guys moving in that backfield. Nice run to Sweet, but Andrew Fryer, was there to make the play, the birthday boy.
Going to be interesting to see what they do here on this 4th and short.
They're going for it.
I think that obviously you go for this, you're down by 11, but the question is, what do you draw up here? It's got to be some type of quick play, maybe a quick pass, or maybe just a run up the middle. We'll see what they do.
We might even see the tush push for the first time tonight. Now motion McFarland. The give to Johnson, and I don't think he got there.
Close.
It's very close. Cam Thomas looks very certain. And the refs concur.
They're calling him short.
Wow.
What a play, and what a turn of events right there.
That is the defense standing strong. They're second in points per game for a reason. And they just proved why right there. Wow. What a stop.
Really incredible stuff by this defense. They've been a force to be reckoned with all year, and that rushing defense has kind of struggled at moments. You know, that Mason game you look back at and some of those other games, but especially the Princeton game as well. But here tonight, the rushing defense has been phenomenal.
And look at Cam Thomas out there. Had the tough roughing the passer penalty and then came out, helped make a big play on defense again. That'll be a give to Norman, cuts up field, and a nice carry. He'll get about 4 there. Bring up second and medium.
Kenyon Norman.
And it looks like there's a player down for Oak Hills.
Miles Cunningham.
We'll take a quick step aside. Hopefully he's all right. We'll be right back here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So it looked like he was all right after that. So it'll be 2nd and 6. With 8:36 to go in the 3rd. 2 to Jackson's right. They'll motion Davis across. The give to Davis. Davis cuts up across the middle of the field, and another nice chunk play, and they'll bring up 3rd and short. This is a big down.
Yeah, this is huge. I think you want to continue to keep the run game going here if you're West.
It's worked 2 consecutive plays. I don't know if Oak Hills will expect it a 3rd time. But then again, it is 3rd and 1, so Oak Hills has to be ready for anything. Play clock down to 5. Smith takes a snap. The give to Norman, fights forward. Look at the effort from Kenyon Norman, still going across the 30-yard line. And that'll push the chains forward, maybe plus 10.
Wow, what a carry. Kenyon Norman, like I said earlier, he just keeps those legs churning, and it allows him to really just make the game easier and force himself into yards. And West, a nice methodical drive they've got going here.
It looked like Norman was going to get blown up from the start, but he fought forward and got 10 more yards out of it. Play clock under 10 now for Jackson Smith. He's got Blair to his left. Kenyon Norman will take a breather after that set of downs. Will take the snap. He'll give it to Blair. Judah Blair in open space, and a big tackle by Oak Hills. Nice play by Miles Cunningham. That would have gone for a lot more if he didn't make that tackle.
Judah Blair has come in and has played the backup running back role really well this year.
5-yard gain on the carry.
And Kenyon Norman's done his thing, but got to give respect where respect is due to Judah Blair, who's usually a linebacker for this Firebirds team, but has decided to test his role as running back as well as linebacker this year.
So here on 2nd and 5 after the Judah Blair carry. Firebirds looking to extend their lead. They'll give it to Norman up the middle, and Norman just fighting forward, and I think I'm starting to see the game plan in this second half.
Kenyon Norman up the middle on the carry for the Firebirds.
Give the ball to Kenyon Norman and wear down this defense.
Tackled
They've
by
done a
number
really good
28,
job with that so far.
Marion Brendich, and number 22, Miles Cunningham. First down, Lakota West.
Norman lines up behind Smith. Brogdon wide, everyone else in a bunch formation. Oak Hills shows blitz, and they will. Nice run from Norman down that right sideline, and Norman's into the end zone. Kenyon Norman gets another one.
What a last 2 weeks Kenyon Norman has had. He's been on fire, and that one should just about put this thing away. I know it's still in the third quarter, but Lakota West already up 3 scores now, and with how their defense has been playing, you got to think this game might be over. Kenyon Norman, what a game, though. Last week he had 3 touchdowns. Tonight he's already got 2, and just an incredible job.
Yeah, of course, knock on wood, but this offense is starting to look unstoppable, and the defense is continuing to look impeccable. I do before will stay perfect. 24-6 is your score with 5:59 to go in the third quarter. Oak Hills looking for some second half life here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So do before we'll kick this one away for the Firebirds. We'll see if it'll be returnable, and it will. They'll let that one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So another touchback to add to I do before's extensive list of touchbacks. And now we'll see what Oak Hills can do as they set up for shop.
And West defense done an incredible job tonight. They've haven't allowed Oak Hills to get the game going with the running the ball, but the passing offense has not been great for Oak Hills either. It's really just been a nice mixture of the defense for Lakota West, and they've made it tough on Schreiber. He's had a few nice completions, but nothing has really resulted in points other than that one touchdown they had. It's been a lot of decent drives for Oak Hills that have just not resulted in points, so we'll see what happens. But let's talk about the weather for a second here. I mean, it's pretty perfect night out there, 67 degrees Fahrenheit for some football.
And you see Cordell Ball take the carry out of bounds. DJ Edwards again there, just his presence has been known.
Yeah, really good night for football, partly cloudy, mid-October. And gonna have to get used to the cold soon, though, as these next few weeks, playoff football, it's gonna get pretty chilly out there for the Firebirds.
Yeah, those upper 60s are really where it's at, in my opinion. Just my personal opinion, but man, when you can just pop on a sweatshirt on a nice fall evening, watch some football, perfect for Friday Night Lights.
Indeed.
So now on 2nd and 10 after the gain of 0 from Cordell Ball, we'll see Schreiber set up, and that's nearly intercepted. Chris Bradley, I think, was looking for a tackle, and a flag comes out again. I think that one's going to be on Cam Thomas. Might have been saying a little too much.
Personal foul.
These flags
after
just
the
never
play.
end for Lakota
Number
West.
1 on the defense. 15 yards. Result of the play is a first down.
It's got to be the 5th or 6th personal foul we've seen on West tonight. It's starting to get out of hand.
I don't think these teams like each other very much. We've seen a lot of personal foul calls for both sides.
It just always seems to be something for the Firebirds. Some weeks it's just a lot of holding. Some other times it's dead ball penalties, you know, the false starts. And then other times, like tonight, it's just the personal fouls, just saying a little too much, doing a little too much. Schreiber going to air it out. He's got ball, and Cordell Ball is blown up on the sideline.
What a catch. Oh, my goodness.
Can't believe he held on to that. I think that was...
Lincoln Schreiber, the number 14, Aaron McFarland. He was tackled by number 6.
What a hit.
Ogletree.
Ogletree with an amazing hit, but great job of hanging on to the football there. I mean,
that's a tough...
My goodness.
It's a tough spot to hold on to the ball. Cordell Ball has taken some big hits tonight, man. He has just been going through the ringer for the Firebirds. Now motion a ball. They give up the middle, and he has nowhere to go.
The handoff went to number 7, Will White.
White has no room against this Firebird defense.
I think Lakota West has just really won this game in the trenches. Oak Hills has not been able to establish the run game, and the passing attack has been solid, but it just seems like they can't finish off drives.
I was honestly really worried about this front 7 from Oak Hills on the defensive side, but West has handled it pretty well tonight, and then on their defensive side, like you said, they have just been nailing him left and right over and over, and you see right there is pressure coming from Coben Ogletree, and he is wrapped up. Schreiber goes down. This defense it's starting to look scary as playoff come closer, Andrew.
Yeah, this defense is peaking at the right time. You saw Princeton gave up 27 points to this Oak Hills team last week, but West has just not allowed anything for Oak Hills so far. I mean, there's been nice completions, like I said, but it's just scoring-wise, it's just not been
1 yard loss on the play.
What you want to see.
3rd down and 11.
So we'll see what Oak Hills draws up here on 3rd and long. This is going to be one of their last bursts of hope. Already down 18. They'll flip it out to McFarland. He's got room to run, and McFarland is annihilated
Number 14, Aaron
on the sideline for West. He gets some pats on the back from Yassine Salam.
Bench letting him hear it over there. McFarland's been talking a lot this game, and he's getting it back as well. Nice little rivalry you like to see there brewing.
So with it being 4th down, I think you have to go for it, and that's exactly what they'll do.
Yeah, 4th and 6 and 4th in the ball game really here. They don't get this. This game is all but over.
Knock on wood, of course. Hey, I'll never speak too soon.
Whoa.
They'll punt it.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what that was. It does force them in a pretty bad field position, but what an interesting play. And
little drop kick.
A player for Oak Hills is down at about the 20-yard line. He looks to be in a lot of pain, so we'll take a short step aside, and we'll see what West can do on offense when we return here on the Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So West will start out in a 1st and 10 with 3:17 to go in the the third quarter. That'll be Jackson Smith still in there. We'll see if towards the end of this game they put Herring or Schneider in. Schroeder, excuse me. You give to Norman. He's got room to run. Fighting down, and he'll get a first down. And a flag flies at the end.
They've done a really good job of getting them past that first line of defense, the front seven, and just getting them out into space. And then obviously the flag. It just seems like every single play there's a flag at this point.
Just got to hope it's not on the Firebirds after a play like that.
Really an impressive performance tonight for Lakota West. Oak Hills has played a lot of good teams in the GMC pretty close. They played East close. They played Princeton close. They played Middletown close. They didn't win any of those games, but they definitely improved throughout the season. And for Lakota West to be handling them like this, even after all the mistakes they've made, really just shows how much this team has grown.
So that'll add to the yards for this offense. What a performance on both sides. Outside of the penalties and that one tough fumble, they've done a pretty solid job of stopping everything. Smith will roll to his left. Pressure coming. Gets it out to Davis, and Davis will just sidestep out of bounds.
Tyson Davis, he's always open on that sideline. He's had his way with the Highlanders tonight. And this is kind of a good warm-up game for him, going up against East next week, which is obviously going to be one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of the season for Lakota West and that rivalry matchup. And now that this game is pretty much out of reach, you can begin to start thinking about that matchup next week against East.
Yeah, and I believe we were talking earlier this week that the Firebirds right now sit, I think you said the 6 or 7 seed, as Norman down the middle, no one to go, and he's in again. Third touchdown of the night for Kenyon Norman.
Second hat trick in a row for
Oh
Norman.
my goodness. What a season he's starting to have.
Wow. And he was second in touchdowns in the GMC before tonight, and he's just added 3 to that total, so maybe he'll be first now.
And it's like clockwork, Andrew. Another flag flies at the end of that one. There's got to be some beef between these two teams.
Touchdown is good after the play. Unsportsmanlike on the defense.
So it'll be on Oak Hills this time.
Yards, it will be assessed on the kickoff.
And you got to imagine the dietitians in Kenyon Norman's life are just shocked at his measurables and what he's able to do on and off the field. He's just so athletic and talented. You saw it right there on that play. He is just getting more and more unstoppable every single week.
Yeah, he is in his prime right now, and this is not something you want to see if you're Lakota East. And you have to play this guy next week who has just been on a tear lately.
And the do-before stays perfect from extra points. Kenyon Norman really Ryder Hooksnow. This is going to be a battle next week. There are 2 of the best running backs in the GMC who will be facing off against each other. We will be right back in just a moment. 31-6 when we return. So we return with another touchdown added to Kenyon Norman's results, as that one will be a shorter kick, but from the 45.
Hit the side of the crossbar.
Looking for a field goal from there. And now Oak Hills will take over on offense.
Yeah, but like we just said, I mean, Kenyon Norman, he's been like Willy Wonka the way he's been producing lately these past few weeks. Just been doing everything he can to put these Firebirds on his back, and a special performance tonight and a special game. And you got to be feeling really good about yourself if you're Lakota West after tonight's performance.
Yeah, I mean, as good as tonight has been, each week it's feeling less and less special just because he's able to produce these results every single week. And I mean, the tear he's been on, like I said right before the break, he's letting Ryder Hooks know this is a call out. Next week is going to be just an insane back and forth between these two running backs. It's going to be a tough challenge for East to stop him. A quick throw out to Brady Kornman, the punter, and that'll bring up second and long.
He was tackled by number 4.
Excuse me, second and 4.
Nice little catch right there, but
6-yard gain on the pass play.
just trying to produce for this offense. I think you got to get a nice sustaining drive here. You got to put points on the board to be feeling good about yourself, your Oak Hills.
You see Oak Hills has a lot of backup players out there, so they kind of waved the white flag as Schreiber running around, and he'll get the first down and a few more.
Number 4, Lincoln Schreiber on the quarterback keeper. He's tackled by number 33.
And I think going into that East game, East played Sycamore tonight, so that result should be an East W, and both teams, Lakota West and Lakota East, would be coming into that game 6-3, and so that would be a very fun matchup. East has had their fair share of success this season, and so has West, so it'll be a fun rivalry game. I think both teams are about evenly matched going into that game.
So Schreiber will give another give to Will White, and he'll get nothing there. This defense is suffocating.
And by number 13.
How about this rush defense? Talked about it a lot all night, but they've just been phenomenal, and I think Oak Hills just running the ball has just not been effective.
1-yard gain on the carry.
And it's been that way throughout the entire season, but they're still trying to push the rushing agenda.
Second down and 9.
So here on 2nd and 9, see what Schreiber can do. Off play action, pressure coming from Thomas. Gets it out, and a nice catch from Aaron McFarland, and another flag down on the play in the backfield.
Really nice catch there for McFarland. These receivers have been amazing tonight for Oak Hills. We'll see what the flag is.
Tackle is made by number 6.
Holding on the offense.
Anytime
number 58.
a quarterback can be running around that long in the pocket, it's likely going to be holding unless your quarterback is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and Schreiber, I mean, he's played well tonight, but he's just not much you can do when you're being pressured like that.
So clock winds down. They don't have to take a snap if they don't want to. You see Cam Thomas, DJ Edwards, the top dogs on this linebacking crew. I mean, it's crazy when you have Cam Thomas, Judah Blair, and DJ Edwards all in your linebacking crew. How do you even rank those three? It's incredible. But we'll step aside for just a moment as the third quarter comes to a close. Get ready for your final 12 minutes of play. We return here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting.
Second down and long.
So we return with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. As Schreiber looking to get something rolling. Nice play to McFarland. McFarland in open space, and he'll get close to that first down mark, and another flag comes out.
We can't talk enough about how good Aaron McFarland and Cordo Bowl have been, and then obviously the penalties has been the elephant in the room for the entire game.
Good throw by the ref. Nailed Zion Star right in the dome. So we'll see what the call is.
Targeting on the defense, number 4.
And they'll call targeting on Kamani Smith.
First down.
And that'll add another 15 yards. Man, what a chunk play.
Did you see? I didn't see much there.
There's a lot of guys in the pile. I'm not quite sure.
Targeting is a rare call.
And definitely the first one we've seen tonight.
I mean, you see it all the time in college sports, but really have never seen it at the high school level. I'm not sure how it works. Does it mean, I mean, I know it means ejection automatically in college, but we'll see. I don't think it, I think it just might be a penalty here in high school.
You've seen a lot of unsportsmanlike tonight. This has been not really a competitive rivalry over the years. They're 5-0 in their last 5, 10-0 in their last 10, and they've only lost 1 against Oak Hills since 2004. McFarland will throw it back to Schreiber on the trick play. Chris Bradley blows him up. He says, not today.
Really nice play. They sniffed that out immediately, and Chris Bradley came in there and got the job done.
Back to number 4, Lincoln Schreiber. He was hit by number 52.
Wow. What a shot by Chris Bradley. So that'll bring up another 2nd and long. We'll see if Schreiber can convert again on a deep play. McFarland will line out on his right. He'll take the snap. Looking, pressure coming, and he can't get away this time. Big play by number 25, Benji Cornish.
There we go, Benji, the senior, getting in there. Student section leader, Red Sea leader, and doing it all on the football field as well.
This is definitely the time you want to get as many seniors into the game as you can here on senior night. Obviously,
gotta feel great.
Every moment is huge for everyone, but on senior night, it's just kind of a special day for all your seniors, whether or not they start. Kind of a big night for all of them.
Yeah, he's going to remember that sack for a long time and how he got a sack on his senior night.
Here on 3rd down, drop the snap, and he was able to dive on it, but not before losing a lot of yards. And now it's 4th and a country mile.
And punting unit comes on for Oak Hill, so we'll see more Firebird offense here. What a win for this team. I mean, it looked a little bit dicey there at the start after the Oak Hills touchdown, but since then it's just been pure domination for this Lakota West Firebirds team.
For the Firebirds, number 11, Chris Bradley.
25-point deficit in this one, and they'll punt this one away with it being 4th and 27. Cornman, very short punt. It'll be returned by Bradley, and Bradley will be cut down by Eric Wade. So the offense will take over when we return in just a moment.
21, Eric Wade.
Lakota West Student Broadcasting. So we'll return with a fresh set of downs for Jackson Smith in the offense, up 25. I think we're going to see a lot of Judah Blair on this drive.
You might be right. His first carry goes to Judah Blair.
And he's going to have nowhere to go, just be about 1 yard
And
carry
with the number 22, Judah
from
Blair.
him. Nice stop from Oak Hills.
He was stopped by number 90, Emmanuel Connor. And number 11, Julian Harris. 1 yard gain on the carry.
So on second and
down
9, we'll see if they stick to the run game or let Smith air it out. Hasn't had a lot of deep balls here tonight. Not that they were needed.
It's been really methodical all game long for Lakota West, and I'm impressed really with how the rushing offense has been against the Oak Hills team that is notoriously known for stacking the box and not allowing a lot of rushing yards.
Smith fires to the middle. He's got Radical. Xavier Radica fighting downfield. Pushes us to the 22-yard line.
How about the big catch for the big fella, Xavier Radica? What a grab. He was wide open. And it's been a lot of fun to be a tight end these past few days. You saw last night in the Bengals game a bunch of tight end touchdowns, and here Xavier Radica getting in on the action.
He has really been the secret weapon for the Firebirds. The way he's able to just sneak in as a blocker every single play and then bam, flies out in the middle of the field and he's wide open.
I think he's really the secret weapon for this Firebird team. If he can get going and make his presence known, they are a very dangerous team.
Playoffs could be a deep game for him as Blair tries to tiptoe his way
Number 22,
across the
Judah
line of
Blair was the ball
scrimmage.
carrier.
He'll get a few.
He was tackled by number 90, Emmanuel Connor. And number 38, Noah Yerian. 3-yard
When
gain
it
on
comes to
carry.
big
Second
tight
down
ends
and
in the
7.
GMC, Xavier Radica's up there at the tippy top of the ladder. Him and Landon Myrie, two of the best in the GMC. Just so impactful to the game. Radica doesn't have a whole lot of catches, but when he does, they are huge, and his ability in the blocking game is also just massive. As Jordan cuts up field, another nice carry from him. That's his second of the night.
And it's just been, once again, these chunk plays just killing Oak Hills. And it's taken time off the clock as well.
Noah Yerian and number
There's been a
8,
lot of
Anthony Young.
long sustaining drives leading to touchdowns for Lakota West.
Speaking of which, I think we're about to see one right here.
Lakota West.
See Jaden Brogdon lined up over there. Would be nice to get him a touchdown on his senior night.
Watch for a potential fade route from him. That could be a nice look against a much smaller defensive back. It'll be a give to Blair, and Judah Blair is wrapped up from behind.
Number 22, Judah Blair with the ball carrier.
Clock continues to move.
Tackled by number 20, Evan.
Oak Hills
Brunninger.
plays Fairfield next week. That should be an interesting game. Fairfield has been kind of in that middle of the GMC race. They beat West earlier in the season, probably the upset of the year when you look back at the GMC matchups. But they've had their fair share of struggles as well.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest upsets since maybe that Princeton-Hamilton game last year, which I don't think anyone saw coming. And that really shook up West's season and a lot of their confidence, but it looks like it's back as they'll give it again. Smith will take it himself into the end zone, and Jackson Smith gets his second rushing touchdown of the year, or excuse me, of the game, third of the year.
Wow.
He
Pure
is really been
dominance
starting to run.
for this Firebird squad, and there's no looking back anymore.
Jackson Smith just continuing to show his dual threat abilities for the Firebirds.
In to attempt the extra point, number 17, Kofi Adubafor.
You see our Red Sea waving the flags high. We'll see Adubafor looking to stay perfect. Kick is up, nearly blocked, but it's good. 38-6 is your score. Here in the second half, Firebirds looking strong. Trying to close this one out at home here on senior night from Westchester. So as we return, 38-6 is your score here, but in that Middletown game, Hamilton is winning 14-10. That could be, we were just talking about upsets, another huge upsets. As McFarland has space to return, all he has to beat is a Dubofor, and a Dubofor's mere presence forces him out of bounds.
Wow, the aura of Kofi just pushed him out of bounds right there. I mean, he had he could have cut back right there, but he just decided, I'm going to step out. I don't want to deal with Kofi Dubofor.
Well,
wow.
when the kicker is 6'1" and 190, I mean, that's still a body to take, especially with just 3.5 minutes. McFarland said, you know, I'll have a nice night tonight. I won't get laid out by the kicker and get myself on ESPN Top 10.
Wow.
But
really impressive stuff. I mean, Kofi can do it all. He can scare defenders off. He can kick field goals. He can do kickoffs. What can't this man do?
Well, let's hope we never have to find out and get into a tough situation. But for now, still a good return from Oak Hills. And the Firebirds will take a timeout. Coaches didn't like what they're seeing. We'll be right back in just a second. So we return with another score update. East handled business versus Sycamore in fashion as Schreiber takes a hit out of bounds. And it'll bring up second and medium.
Schreiber on the quarterback keeper.
We'll see if Oaks Hills can get another touchdown or field goal or something on the score before the end of this game. But
Tackled by number 25,
with the running clock, I'm not sure if they'll be able to.
Wow, Princeton dominating Fairfield 35-0 in that one. And Fairfield, a team that beat Lakota West, has had quite the tough night tonight.
Yeah, to say the least. McFarland trying to get on to that far sideline, has nowhere to go. Thanks to the play by Coben Ogletree.
He's run out of bounds by number 13, Coben Ogletree.
Can't be stopped. And Mason looking to take care of business against against Coleraine. We're playing Oak Hills tonight. 31-14 is the score there. Kind of closer than you might expect. I imagine the Magics from Roman Gar.
Roman Gar does lead the GMC as of now in passing yards, which as a sophomore and starting for a 1-7 Coleraine team, that's really an incredible feat.
For sure, is be a throw out to the outside, and it'll bring up third and long.
Pass intended for number 2, Brady Kornman. It was incomplete.
Clock's continuing to wind close to that 1:30 mark.
Number 4, Kamani Smith.
Likely just going to see a couple more plays. It's maybe 4th and 13 for Oak Hills, and it looks like the offense is staying out there.
Yeah, you might as well run one last play, one last attempt.
First down.
So here we go, Schreiber. Looking, steps up, gonna take it himself, and it won't be enough. And the Firebirds take over. Just a couple kneel downs, it'll be all but over for the Firebirds. Then you look on to next week.
And that's the big one. East was dominating Sycamore last we checked, and
also number 33.
he'll be 6-3 as well as Lakota West will be 6-3 heading into that game. So it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be live again next week at 7 p.m. when that game starts. It'll be at the Thunderhawks Field and should be an amazing game.
Yeah, and it's going to be a joint stream with East, so we'll get some of their guys on. We will be live on our channel this time, but it's going to be a fun night for the Firebirds.
First down, Lakota West. The ball is down by number 12.
And that'll do it. Wyatt Schroeder ends the game for the Firebirds. We thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to check out our socials. We're on everything, of course, X, Instagram, TikTok, and, of course, YouTube, where you're watching right now. You know, if you follow and hit that notification bell, you'll get notifications to all exclusive content here from Firebird Field in Westchester. We thank you all for tuning in. We hope to see you next week. We have some playoff soccer, and then, of course, that big one, like you said, Andrew, versus East on Friday. On behalf of myself, Andrew Odell, Jack Negretti, Alex Dufek, and the rest of the Lakota West Student Broadcast team, we thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.